Hey, good morning, good morning, good morning. Y'all know what it is. It's me, your boy Trey. You got Ron, the professor. You got Bishop, the GOAT. That's the first time I said that. Like, that's the
I
first
like
time I
it though.
said
I
that.
like it.
But
I
you know
like
what?
it though.
I would,
I like it.
I don't know.
I
At this point,
like
I'm trying to remember how you got this name, Ron. I don't remember, especially when y'all tied. Like, I don't understand where this name came from. But I digress. We'll let have it. Bishop,
You know,
first formation. Roy Sports Talk is in the building. What's good with y'all this morning, fellas?
what's going on, WGO? WGO? What's going on? What's going on? How y'all doing on this hump day? This Wednesday, man. Living it up, making everything do what it do. You know how we bring it, man. The sports first formation falling. How you doing, Ron? What's good with you, man? Missed you on Monday, so how you feeling on this hump day?
Class is in session. Professor Lowe's in the building.
Yes, sir. Yes,
I
sir.
love it.
Yes, sir.
I love it.
So real quick. Last night, we don't say for the most part, there's a lot of sports that doesn't get immense amount of love on here, but we do tend to we talk about it. It doesn't go unheard of, but we talk about it. Of course, last night, unfortunately, the American League wins the ninth straight. I almost say military league, Major League Baseball All Star game, winning from a score 3-2. That marks the ninth, like I said, the ninth straight and the 21st of the last 25 games in which the American League has won the All Star contest. Of course, it was held in, saying Los Angeles Dodger Stadium for the first time in 42 years, and yet still this could not galvanize the National League to get the job done. One job, National League, one job. So now,
Mm.
as it always does, the American League will have home field advantage throughout the World Series when it comes to that. Carlos Stanton, the New York Yankees, Carl Stanton was able to win the game's MVP award. That makes him the fifth player in the Major League history to win the Major League, win the league MVP, the All Star Game MVP, and the Home Run Derby. The other four players being Cal Ripken Jr., Ken Griffey Jr., um, uh, Dave Parks, and lastly Miguel Tejeda. But also, this makes him the third Yankee to win the game All Star MVP. The other two being Yankee greats Mariano Rivera and uh, Derek Jeter. So, Bishop, are you a Yankees fan or
I am.
Mets?
I am. No, I'm a Yankees.
Good
Actually, I'm a
morning,
Yankee.
Coach. Good
Yankee
morning,
fan.
Jackie. Good morning. Good morning.
Good
Oh,
morning, Jack.
Yankees.
Yeah, good morning, Zach. What up? What up? What up, man? Yeah, I'm actually a Yankees fan. Yeah, I am truly a Yankees fan. I kind of
So how
back in
are
the day.
you, New York, Philly?
We, good lord, if
We just
how many
talked
times?
about that yesterday, Ron. I don't get it, but I just asked him. I was sitting here thinking to myself, I was
There's a
like,
method to
"Yo,
my madness. There's a method to my madness.
I
Where did the
gotta get
Eagles
it."
come from?
There's a method to my
Yeah,
madness.
No, you
let's
need to
say
go like
I
the
was.
Jets.
No, 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 hell no.
I
Ain't
even
no
asked
one
him
in.
yesterday. I was like, "Why?" I was like, "Why?" I was like, "Why the Brooklyn? Why not Philly? The 76ers?" But he broke it down to me why the Eagles. I was like, "Okay,"
Yeah,
and I had no.
yeah,
He had said it before, so I was like, "Okay, I get that. I understand that."
yeah, yeah. There's a method to my madness, bro. It's a method to my madness. It makes sense when it's
But
all said and
you would think that other New York fans would basically disown him. You know what I'm saying? At this point, he's like,
done. Because I'm an Eagles fan.
yeah, it's like you an Eagles fan. He's like, yo, get out of here. Yeah,
Yeah,
something like that. That's how I hear it in my
yeah,
head. But
yeah.
shout out, you know what I'm saying? American League on the dub. Of
Yes,
course,
yes,
I'm
yes.
still Dodgers on mine. Uh,
Oh,
oh
so
yeah,
you're a Dodger?
Oh yeah, you know it. Big Blue Wrecking Crew all day.
Mm.
I was about to say they was a Brooklyn team, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
We'll take that off, y'all. It's cool.
Brooklyn Dodgers. Yeah, back in the day. Yeah, yeah. It was. They were a Brooklyn team at one time, but it's cool. It
Ron,
is
you
cool.
have an MLB team?
Yeah. Philly, LA,
Okay. Which LA? Angels or
Dodgers.
Dodgers? Okay.
It used to
Hold
be.
on, hold on. What you not fit to do?
He said something key though. He
said-
out. He said
he said
Philly. He started out with
Dodgers.
home. He said
But
Philly.
it don't
He said
matter.
LA.
He still said Philly Dodgers. Like that's
That's no different from he's the Eagles
on
and
the
the
same
Lakers and
I'm on the
Eagles
same coast.
and Rams.
No, I'm the same coast though. He went from coast to coast.
No, my sports teams got all shimmied and shambled, and I'm gonna blame the Los Angeles Rams franchise. We used to be in St. Louis. It used to be
St. Louis,
Rams and
correct.
Cardinals.
Right. Facts. They did.
But when they went to LA and then LeBron went to LA, I'm like, I'm going to LA too. I'm Philly.
Pull up with your bags like, yo, y'all left me. Like, what is this?
How y'all gonna leave? Ain't tell nobody. How y'all gonna leave? Ain't tell nobody.
Like, it took a lot for me to get here, but I'm here, fellas.
If our favorite sports teams could leave the city, we could leave our favorite sports teams.
Okay. I'm picking up what you're putting down. I got you.
Pick it up.
Yes.
Go.
Okay. So, of course, a little NBA talk. There's a lot of stuff that's kind of like dominated those headlines. But of course, one of them.
What's up, Coach Brian?
What's up, Coach? One of them being Steph Curry tonight hosts the ESPY Awards.
Yes.
So I'm gonna try to catch that. I don't work late tonight, so I should be home to catch the ESPY Awards.
We got a meeting.
Oh man, it's a good thing you said that. It's a good thing you said that. Not on duty. So, I suddenly was thinking about everything. I didn't get a chance to see All Rise last night. Sisters come on tonight. ESPY's come on tonight. And
oh yeah, but see, the good thing about me, Trey, the good thing is my computer, my TV is right here, so I can watch both at the same time. I'm able to do two things at once.
So, gentlemen, I ask you this. Of course, it's Steph Curry's first time hosting the ESPYs. The ESPYs is the ESPN's award in which they give for accolades for outstanding players, and all that type of stuff. I went and voted a couple of weeks ago to get my voice heard in that aspect. I ask you, gentlemen, could you host a award show? And what award show would it be?
The ESPYs?
It would be ESPYs. I thought you would be more like a BET hip hop awards or something like that.
No, man. I'm good with that, man. That's kind of, you know what? The BET awards and stuff like that, it's starting to get
the awards is nice. The BET awards, hip hop awards is different.
Yeah, it's a little Me, if they would give me the opportunity to host any type of award, I would love to host the ESPY and probably the Oscars.
Okay,
I wouldn't mind hosting the Oscars, yes, because I feel like some they be railroading some people on the Oscars and stuff like that. But yeah.
So you just go. So Rob, what I'm hearing is nah, fam. This ain't who I'm going with.
I'm gonna pull my best Kanye West. I'm gonna pull my best Kanye West. No, man. Hey, give me that. Come here.
It's like, wait, who? Nah, that's not who we announced.
It was a misprint on the paper. It was a misprint on the envelope. Give me the paper. Give me security.
Ron,
security.
Who you hosting? Where you at? Where's your hosting aspirations at?
I want to do the Grammys.
What's up, Kimmy? Good morning. What do you say? The what?
The Grammys.
The Grammys. Nice. The Grammys, yeah. I like that. That's a good one. I like that. What up, Frat? Good morning, sir. Good morning.
What's going on? Good morning, Kim.
That's a good one. Why the Grammys though? Instead of the Oscars. Why the Grammys?
Music's my passion.
Music, okay, got it.
Yeah, I feel like I'll be able to get up there and make people laugh. Hand me the mic, and I'm just up there on my mouth.
Okay.
I can respect that.
Let me ask you this real quick. Do you feel like being a host of any award ceremony, show, or whatever, do you feel like comedy is needed to be in it to make it successful?
Yeah. It has to have that break or whatever case like that. You know what I'm saying? You have to keep people going. Yeah. It's a consistent icebreaker going in and stuff like that.
Unless you just got like phenomenal performance after phenomenal performance. Like Beyonce coming out there, then Kendrick. You don't really got to say nothing. Here come Beyonce, y'all.
Just let it do what it do.
Y'all don't want to hear me. Y'all want to see her shake that thing, don't
you? Yeah. Just her Meg Thee Stallion, and here come
Erykah Badu.
Then comes her, and then here comes, like you said, Beyonce and all that. Man, come on, man. Yeah, you ain't got to say that much. You just let it roll. Let it roll.
At some point, you know what? At some point, I'm stopping coming out. I'm just sitting back there with the microphone, like, okay, next coming to the stage. You ain't even see, you just hit voiceovers for your viewing impression. Like at this point, I done went home. I didn't sit there the voiceover. I'm like, hey, we could just keep on doing the same thing on the loop.
He said I done went home. He said I basically left the building. I'm gone.
I think Steph's gonna do a good job, but is he funny?
I do too.
Is Steph Curry funny?
But they got writers,
and that's why I asked that. That's why. But even with writers,
but you have to be the delivery. You have to be able to deliver. Yeah.
And that's why I asked that. I said, "Do you feel?" Because I don't see Steph as being comic. Yeah, I don't see him being comic. But then it all depends. Some people will surprise you. You know what I'm saying? Some people will surprise you, and people that you think can't be funny can be real funny.
So did you see him and his wife's show on HBO?
No, I heard about it. No, I heard about that show. I heard about it, but it didn't go well because it only had one season, right?
I don't know if they're bringing it back or if but yes, it's only one season. So
what is it? A cooking show?
Nah.
It's a reality show.
It's like a game show, but it's based off of them bringing in couples
and
asking the couples a couple of questions.
Yeah.
It's a reality show.
It was funny because at one point they brung his sister. His sister is married to Damian Lee, who used to play on the team with them. Steph Curry's sister.
David Lee?
Damian Lee.
I didn't even know they had.
No, the small forward. Guard, shooting guard. He used to play. He was on the team. Now he got he went free agency, and now I think he's in Sacramento or Denver or something like that.
That had to be awkward coming to practice every day. It had to be awkward coming to practice.
Your brother-in-law.
I know it, but I didn't even know they never talk about her. They just talk about her, Steph and Seth. I've never heard.
She was a standout. Yeah, she was a standout volleyball player in college. But it's interesting you bring that up, and of course, anyone in the comments, because I've never had this situation to where I had where a friend of mine or someone close was engaged with somebody in my family. So would y'all feel a certain type of way about that, Bishop? Because I know you just said I know that was awkward. Would you sit up and?
Oh yeah, bro. Because I'm
why? Why?
I'm gonna tell you.
Okay,
I'm the five oldest. I'm the five kids. I'm the oldest out of five. So it's 4 boys and 1 girl. The girl is second to the youngest.
Okay.
My little brother is the youngest. So yeah, would it be awkward for me? No. Would it be awkward for him? Probably yes. Because again, it's Steph and Seth's sister.
Mm-hmm.
So you're coming to my team. I mean, because it's my team because I'm Steph. You're coming to my team. You're dating my sister. Every time I see you, if my sister,
What about the point in which we're no longer just boyfriend or girlfriend? I'm your brother, literally your brother.
What that mean to me?
What that mean to me? A lifetime of torture. Every day in practice, Bishop. Hey, ISO, bring him over here. Switch screen. You're getting cooked today, brother-in-law. You sure you want this family? Because this is what we do.
That ISO, bring him over here.
He's like, why he keep calling this play?
you gonna want out. Excuse me. You gonna want out of Golden State after this practice? You gonna be like,
Coach, you're making me look bad in front of the coach. You gonna get me fired? Exactly.
Bro, it's stupid, man. I said exactly. That's what I'm trying to do. And you better not tell my sister. You better not tell my sister either. You better not. Oh my God.
People calling. It's like, yo, that's not the play I call. It's like, nah, pick and roll. I got him.
I told him. Don't worry about it. What up, Anthony P? What's good? Oh, talking about
I can see now him and Draymond. Hey, you know what it is. They're giving that look like.
Yeah, especially when it comes to our sisters.
Hey,
Now, if it was the brother,
like Draymond, it would be Draymond, Clay, and Steph. Like what was that movie when 50 Cent brought old boy in the garage and all his fellas?
yeah.
Den of Thieves.
Den of Thieves. That's it.
Insane.
Den of Thieves.
You know what's funny?
What
you know what? That's funny. That's funny because I needed one of those moments the other day. I was like, you know what? If I was closer to my brothers, this is exactly what it could have. Like, hey, come on in, homie. Come on in, bro.
Yeah, we did that one time. One of my partners, his daughter.
Everyone cleaning their guns.
Everybody had her boyfriend came over and all the fellas was there. We all gave him that look. We was like, hey man, Den of Thieves. We gave him that look, man. It was funny.
So in a little more of a serious, as we know, like I said, a lot of stuff dominating that in the NBA. One of those things being Miles Bridges, forward for the Charlotte Hornets, was formally charged 3 counts of felony domestic violence, 1 count of felony injuring a child's parent, 2 counts of child abuse.
Wait. That's an what? Say the second one again.
The first count is 1 count of felony injuring a child's parent.
Wow, injuring a
child's parent. The second one was 2 counts of child abuse under circumstances or conditions to likely cause great bodily injury or death. 3 felony counts. Formally charged, due to be arraigned. I think this morning. It's not looking good. Like how the decisions that we make sometimes. Like obviously,
it's too easy to walk away, bro.
Obviously, there's a problem. You know what? I don't know, Brian. I don't know if you had to deal with it or something like that. But it was plenty of instances myself in which I had to go, or a bishop, if you had to, which I had to go to a service member's room or their home due to the fact of, or escort a service member to a home to where a situation had happened where even a significant other or a husband or a wife had maybe put their hands on a soldier, whether it be my soldier or another soldier in general, in which, in some cases it's just a situation where you walk away. And even myself, dealing with some things, I'm quick to grab my keys and be like, I'm out the door. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not finna get, especially in Washington State, like they don't play with that. And I was like, you're not finna have me in any type of situation like that.
But you say that, Trey, and I don't know if Professor can attest to this or can agree to this or whatnot. But there are some, and we ain't about to make this a male and female battle on the show, but there are some instances where women, it hurts them more, and they become even more, I guess you could say, more attached or violent sometimes when it comes to the part when you're trying to walk away and they won't allow you to. I've seen circumstances or cases where the man tries to walk away, or even the female tries to walk away, and the other party doesn't allow them to. Like, they basically want you to stay there and listen to whatever it is they gotta say. You're gonna sit here and listen like you're a child. When it's all said and done, like you're a child, like you're gonna sit here and take this chastising that I'm about to give you, whether you like it or not. You know what I'm saying? Even though you're a grown adult, they want to get whatever it is they want to say off their chest, and they want you to be able to hear it. And sometimes that puts you in a bad predicament or a bad situation. Now, for Miles, I don't know what exactly all took place. I know it's easy to say to walk away because I just said it.
I was about to say, it does take a lot, and I know in this particular case, as I was going over it, basically, paraphrasing what it is that his wife was saying, she basically was saying that he has a problem, and this has been a long-standing situation. And what has come is like she's tired of, she's like, I'm not trying to hear nobody tell me this time that, don't be quiet and don't say anything about it. She's like, to protect his image, it's like she's done, no more. So obviously, from that,
she knows she's sick and tired of being sick and tired.
Yeah. and that's what basically has come out to, where she's basically bringing the attention to it, to where it's like now, you know, saying enough is enough. He keeps evidently,
and we know what that's all about. We know what that's all about too, Trey. In regards to, you know, there's people going and getting her ear like, man, don't say nothing because this could ruin his career. This is gonna mess everything up for you.
What's
She's
good, Donna? Good morning.
Go ahead, Professor. Go ahead.
I don't even want to talk about this topic because it's just so ignorant. It's just so disrespectful.
It's so many ways, yo. It's so
none
many
of
ways.
it makes sense. Who do y'all want me to start with? Which spouse? Because
either one. I like your perspective on either in this situation.
With that run, I mean, like you said, it don't make no sense, but because we've had too many examples of people or that part.
On and on.
That part, but go ahead, Professor. There you go, Professor.
Beyonce.
That part. Go.
Beyonce. Well, in Miles Bridges' case, I'll start with him. My heart hurts because I know this country loves to destroy us quick and take everything away. But unless she came to you and you found out she was cheating or something, fellas, I'm like, what the hell are you angry about? You're literally about to sign a check for $150 million. How are you angry? So seek help. Go get counseling. Go get some therapeutic treatment. It's good. It's healthy. And I'm pretty sure with 3 counts of felonies, you're going to get it regardless.
Right.
So I just don't understand what would give him motive to, you know, lash out on his partner when you're pending generational. You're about to change literally every single person you know's life.
Right.
And then the wife coming out all brolic, and this is the last time, and this ain't. So first we got to know how long this has been going on, and how dumb of it is you to come out with this news before your husband signs his check.
See,
I feel like her moves don't make sense to me, because if there's something that's been going on, it's just a mess, fellas. I'm just like, I don't understand why she would come out. Yeah, the timing is. So and I'm like, of course, if you're a woman, you're getting hurt. I can't say conceal it, because that's the wrong thing to do. No, you have to come out. But I'm just like, wow, right before help me get the bag.
Yeah.
What's going on? Make it make sense, Trey. Make it make sense.
So I think it was like I said, as a service member, I was sexual assault, sexual harassment, and all that, master resiliency, assists, EO, and all that type of stuff. So in this case, from my standpoint, where I look at it is, I think it became a situation, like LaDonna said. It sounds like it's definitely not about the money. It really seems like it was a situation where she was tired, and you know what I'm saying, enough was enough. In this particular instance, her injuries were a broken nose, a concussion, a rib contusion, a neck strain, muscle strains in the neck. Like, he did the most, and like we said, we don't know what for. But you know what I'm saying, and it just became that's what it became. So it's like all this happened, and it's like you said, Ron, like what brought this on? And from, like I said, from the conversation, from reading what she put out, it sounds like without a reasonable doubt that it's a situation to where she has endured enough to the point to where she's like, you know, it's too much. Like, maybe she might have been on some, like, you know what I'm saying, maybe people was in the ear like what you were saying, like, yo, just wait, you know what I'm saying, wait, let him get his money paid so that way you can come out.
I gotta take back what I said about her, because it sounded like she went through 2 full NFL seasons and a car crash with a Mack truck.
Yes. With those injuries, bro, he's not getting off on that. He's not.
Broken ribs, nose, and concussion.
No, he's not getting off on that.
And then, of course, like I said, it happened in California too. So
was this in the public, or this happened at their residence?
I think it happened at the residence, I believe.
Okay.
or
If it
wherever
was
they were, because they
public,
was
he
in
would have had a
California,
video.
so it was
No,
in California.
no, and that's the whole reason why I asked Ron is because if it happened, and I was wondering if he did like
That
Ray
part,
Rice do
Ladonna. That part,
and child
Ladonna.
abuse, that part right there is that's what I'm saying. He's done. He's done. His career is over. His
Yeah,
career is over. He's
fellas, we
done.
call this fatherless behavior.
Yeah, his career is done. Because I and the reason why I asked was it in public because I was wondering if the fact like I said Ray Rice, we know it was caught on video what he did to his. So I was wondering if it was public or was it done in the residence. But either way, either way, the fact of the matter, like LaDonna said, being that he got a child abuse case too, his career is done. It's over.
Hey, and you have to like say at the hands of an organization to where business entail. How do you bringing him back at this point? Because technically he's still a hornet. How do you even bring him back? What are you saying to the women
You
Eh,
can't.
in your
Yeah,
community?
there's so many levels to it, Trey, because we gotta address him again and the fatherless behavior aspect. It's like, first of all, men, no matter who listen, it is not cool to hit a female. Like, come
Lay
on,
your hands on
we're already the men in the world. You gotta go and hurt and beat on the weaker vessel. Then
that part.
we have to get to the level. You're like 6'9", 250, bro. What
His
are
wife
you?
probably small as all
Yeah,
get
his
out.
wife
What
is small. Yeah,
are
she's
you
small.
doing? You that's a B move, man. Come on, man. Go fight. Go get in the
that-
UFC
And like you
match.
said,
You need to let some anger out.
like you said, it has to be a problem, or he has a problem from what the understanding is. And now saying sometimes you push them. You know what I'm starting to realize? Money changes people without a doubt.
you just
That
not
money
realizing that.
reveals the real you.
Yeah, there you
That-
go, Ron. That part, money tends to reveal the real
who you
individual.
really are. Yeah. Yep.
And I was sitting up thinking to myself, I was like, why? Saying, I was like, Lord Jesus, like if I had the type of money with these people have, I'm not. Why? I don't get it. I don't get
Yeah,
it.
I'm on a
From the
private island somewhere
Deshaun's,
sipping a mojito.
Like, bro,
from
like, I don't
Deshaun Watson, Epstein, R. Kelly, the Cosbys, like this, like what, like why? Like I'm not.
Generational trauma. You got to look back to their childhood.
It's crazy, bro. It's crazy. You just don't. I don't understand it. I probably would never understand it. And like I said previously, it's so many examples of so many other athletes who've gone through what you were about to go through, and have set a bad example for you not to do what you're about to do. Like, just think about it. Just take the time and just think. I know a lot of people
Even
say,
if it was in the
"See, you said
moment,
that."
what in that moment?
Yeah, but and that's what I'm saying, Trey. A lot of people thinking, well, when you in the moment, man, your mind is racing. He's young, you're not thinking. I get it. However, comma, man, sometimes
Yeah, so it's just
think
something
about
different
the
because
moment, man.
I done had situations in myself, but like you said, in the moment,
You have.
I had to sit up and think like if I do this, like what flashed before my eyes is a bevy of situations in which if I go forward with the action in which I was thinking, I was like it just wasn't worth it. I was like, man, I'm not gonna do this.
Is it worth your livelihood? Think
Yeah,
about that.
basically,
Right before you do it, is
and I'm not making
livelihood.
millions.
If that part, like when you think about it, like to me, like you said, Trey, I truly believe, and hold your thought, Ron, because don't forget what you're about to say. But truly, for me, man, I truly believe like we've all been in some type of situation that probably could have been detrimental to our career, to our livelihood, and things of that nature. But I do recall on each instance in which that something like that has happened, I had that split second to think. I had that split second to think in my mind, do I want to do this? Because I know that it could be serious repercussions behind this. And that's what drew me back from doing what I did, from doing anything. You have that split moment to think about things. It's about whether or not you choose to react on those split moments and actually take a high road and walk away from it. You have those moments. Everybody does. Don't get me wrong. I hear about people blacking out and all of that good stuff. But before you black out, you have that split moment, man. You do. I truly believe that, man. I do. What? Go ahead, Professor. You was gonna say something?
Oh man. Woo. No, I'm done.
Okay. It's that flashback. Don't want flashback and triggers. So I'm sitting there. I was like, yo, we can sit up there. We could go for this.
My last quick thought that I was going to say is,
Yes.
when you're sitting in a room of important people, like we've been in rooms with like 4-star generals, incredible leaders, people that take care of the country. Like we know we got to be on our T's and O's. Miles Bridges has sat in a room with like Michael Jordan, some of the greatest CEOs, some of the people that actually run the world, and you're about to get a $200 million check yourself. I just don't know how you let this happen. You have to be in control, and
it's unfathomable. But like I said, stranger things have happened. In cases like people, sometimes they have those laps, and I mean, no one's susceptible. Even like Ron was just saying, even with our leaders and stuff like this, like we have, like I just read a couple of things. I was reading the Army Times the other day, and some of the stuff in which you read, where these are people who are put in charge with the leading our service members, and saying it's their people at the end of the day, and so it's like it's not unheard of, definitely not unheard of. It's just a matter of saying the decisions in which we start to make at some point, and wondering like, how did I get in this situation? And I'm very sure Miles Bridges is wondering, how did I put myself in this situation at this point, in which some the crown is too heavy for some. But anyway, moving on.
Can I ask y'all a question?
Go ahead, sir.
Is this worse than Deshaun Watson? I mean, Deshaun Watson hurt lots and lots of women, so of course it's different on that level.
Yeah, right. It's a different aspect, but I don't think it's.
I think it's the severity is the same though, in my opinion.
The same.
I mean, the fact in the fact of it's still physical. It's still an abuse, regardless of how you look at it. Whether it's physical or whether it's mental, it's abuse is abuse.
Yeah. So I would
definitely look down at definitely.
Yeah. As a husband, I just can't even understand the mindset where you want to see your wife in that type of pain in y'all situation. Like y'all.
Yeah.
I continue.
That part, and that might make it work. That might make it a little bit worse. Anthony made a great point, Ron. As you can see, the fact that with Miles Bridges, there's a child involved.
Right, that child abuse felony. Like nobody was there to care for your kids. You went on a run, and she beat and broken. The kids was probably there screaming, going crazy.
Right. Woo. That makes it worse. So that part right there makes it worse alone because of the children being involved.
So I was just about to get off this, but the LaDonna said something that struck me. Both of them don't deserve to play anymore. Deshaun nor
Miles Bridges.
Nor Miles Bridges. From my standpoint, neither one deserves to play. I would be interested, LaDonna, with that go for people who have came before who basically aren't playing now, except for Kareem Hunt. Kareem Hunt is still playing. But with that go for in all the others in which, like we know Ray Rice, he got done after his situation, he was done.
Put out a black ball, basically.
Yeah. So do you think does that same sentiment goes for the Kareem Hunts? You said Deshaun, or even Alvin Kamara?
I was about to say. So let's talk about it. Does it make a difference because it's domestic compared to regular old?
Well, I would even say not even just domestic. It doesn't make a difference just because it's a woman. Like you said, Alvin Kamara. He assaulted a man. Like so, does
it make a difference? Should Kamara be banned from the league because he had an assault on a male? Should it be a difference between assaults because one was on a woman and one was on a man?
There's the question, is there any difference between an ignorant fan that's drunk and harassing you or a spouse that's harassing you and disrespecting? Spouses can be very disrespectful.
Very. I said that.
Oh
I
yeah,
said
those
that.
they get it in, especially when they know
They
all
know.
the
They know
intricacies.
exactly where to hit you at.
What buttons? What buttons to push? Yep, they know exactly what button to push. A person, especially a woman that's been with you for years and you know, especially like a high school sweetheart or something like that, and she's
That's
been
why
with
you
you.
ain't
She
get.
knows
That's why
what
you ain't
buttons.
get promoted. You're like, wait, what?
Yeah, that's
Like
why you
that
ain't.
can't do.
That's why you ain't making money. That's why you ain't making money like Tom. That's why you ain't to go to the boat. You the boat. That's why you ain't.
You ain't, fellas. This what hurt the most. You ain't ever gonna be what I need you to be. What else you need me to do, lady?
Yeah, that part. Why is she over there sitting in $1 million houses and $1 million cars in the driveway?
Yeah.
A
So
plethora
I
of
think
clothes in the closet.
boozy.
Yeah.
At the
It
end of
plays
the
a
day, men, athletes, ladies or men, you
ooh.
got to be in control at all times.
That's a
Oh
good
yeah, yeah.
question.
That's a good. That is point
How would
taken.
you
Well
rate
taken.
Vic's case? Because now that's a good question because we know people what we know what happened with Vic. He didn't assault any human being. He disrespected the animal community by doing what he did with dogs.
But Vic served
And
his
a lot of
time.
people he did, but he was able to come back into the league too.
Yeah, because he served his time. Like he
Right.
did what 6 years, like
Yeah,
or something like that.
but why didn't Kareem Hunt get able to come back? He didn't come back in the league.
Yeah, Korean's back.
I mean, not Kareem Hunt. I mean,
Ray Rice.
Ray Rice. Ray
No
Rice
way.
didn't come back.
No one wanted him. As I was saying that, I was thinking to myself, was he even did he have any value before they even happened? Honestly, like where was he at with it? And so I think that's the difference. Vic came back and was able to showcase and get Kareem Hump did the same. He got
Yeah.
axed. So I think it comes down.
It really comes down to if you actually going to be able to perform more
Mm-hmm.
than what you're going to bring your baggage. Is your performance bigger than your baggage?
Right.
Because what's the dude that came back to the Cowboys? Gregory. Like,
Mm-hmm.
he
Right.
was one of the worst of them all, but he was still a beast. He still is a beast fighting in the UFC to this day.
Mm-hmm. Greg
I
Hardy
agree.
and
But
hell,
Colin Kaepernick, maybe
I was about to
Colin
say
Kaepernick
Kaepernick.
really
That's
was
why Kaepernick.
washed.
Yeah, and that's what
Right.
that's the unfortunate part, and that's the part in which we in certain aspects when we're talking about this, whether it be the Kaepernick situation or saying domestic violence situations with these players, in state is why they don't get an opportunity, a second opportunity, because it's like what was their value to begin with,
And
and that's unfortunate, and it's kind of clouded by the fact of okay, especially when we talk about our people that look like us they and we started speaking on it, but in
yeah,
state is if the value was there, then they're going to be formidable. They're going to do it. It's going to make a difference, especially when you can uh change the outcome of for an organization and a franchise. Yeah, they're going to bring Kareem
as,
Hunt
right.
quickly. They
As
scooped him back
sad
up.
as sad as
Yeah.
this topic is, if you're a habitual line stepper, make sure your
Yeah,
talent level is high.
this
Because
yeah.
That part.
guess what?
Alden,
That
Alden,
Deshaun
Alden Smith.
Watson
his talent is high. His talent is high right now.
Alden
and
Smith. This dude is
Alvin
habitual.
Smith. Yeah.
so fellas, is Miles Bridges' talent high or not high? Because aside from the tragedy, I would
Oh no,
love to have him on my team.
So this
That's
is what's going to happen with Miles Bridges. This is an unfortunate situation with Bridges. He's in the. I almost put him in the same boat as Henry Ruggs Jr. I mean the second. You
Wow.
can't. He's not going to. The sometime judicial systems are undefeated. Their defense, they defend defensive player of the year sometimes, and I think it's going to
Mm.
take a. I think it's going to take a lot for him to get away from this one.
Especially because he got that child case on him.
Oh
That
yeah,
child case.
two counts of
That,
child. I mean, you hear what it was like?
Oh
You know,
no,
what I'm saying
he's
like
definitely serving time.
yeah,
that
yeah,
child
yeah. So
case is
it's
gonna
just a
be
matter of what he's going to serve, and if he's like you said, if he's able to come back from that, or if it's going to be feasible. But I think, like we was just talking about, in state is when you look at his the domestic portion of it, people don't forget, and I don't think there's anything that's
How
going to make people forget.
how long was Henry Ruggs? How much time did he get?
Oh,
I
he's
don't think
still he hasn't even went to trial yet.
he hasn't taken
They just
yeah.
decided to allow his blood alcohol test to into admissions for evidence. So they haven't even went to trial. They haven't even been to trial yet.
He ain't been in
He's
trial.
still yeah, he's still locked up.
Yeah, his is still pending.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
on lighter, of course, and I'm glad to have you on this morning, Ron. Former Denver forward Jamichael Green was traded to OKC earlier. Now he is completing a buyout, and his expectations is to go and join the Golden State Warriors if he makes it through waivers. Is this a situation to where the rich just keep getting richer?
Mm.
With Golden State
No,
adding
because
Jamichael Green?
who the heck is Jermichael Green?
You don't know
That
who
part.
Jamichael Green is?
That part.
Hold on, I'm going to my best friend Google. Always there when I need him. I mean, I don't know who Jermichael Green is.
He was
Literally have no idea.
yeah, he filled a prominent, not prominent. He filled a good role off the bench with Denver, especially when Michael Porter Jr. was out, and they basically was all out. Um, I said, LaDon said, y'all don't know who Michael Green is. Yeah, he filled a role. So the ideal is that if he goes to Golden State, that he's going to fill the role that Otto Porter Jr. filled, coming off the bench, giving him a spark, able to play able to play center in the small ball lineup. I mean, he's more intangibles because he only averaged like 6 points, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists or something like that for the year. But it gives him another weapon basically.
You know what we kept saying about Denver last year, Trey?
What's that?
It was Joker and then nobody else.
Oh, it's gonna change. They finna get uh
I'm saying that in regards to Jermichael Green.
Oh yeah. He was like he's not that type of talent, but I'm just saying from the aspect of think about what Sean Livingston did for the Golden State Warriors.
The Warriors back in the day when they got their
Yeah,
first ring.
like
Yeah.
no one was checking for LaShawn Livingston after, especially after he had left the Clippers and after no one was looking for him, but he still came in and he was able to be productive and do, or even JaVale McGee when he was with them, Andrew Varejao, Zaza Pachulich, like all these players, it was people who like no one was
Okay.
checking for.
Yeah, I know Jermichael Green. Yeah, it'd be okay. He's alright.
But I was about to say that.
He's an effort guy. He's gonna get out
Yeah,
there and try real hard.
yeah. And I was about to say that LaDonna, because he could have made a little. He maybe could have made more playing in OKC. So again, we have a situation: ring chasing or bag chasing. Which one you choosing? And it seems like he's choosing the
He's
ring.
Yeah, he's chasing the ring. I mean, do you blame him? Again,
So guess what?
That goes back to me saying what I said before. Why be in the league for 20 years and not have nothing to show for but money?
We're talking about him now. That's what he already got. What he needed from Golden State, the clout, winning the championship ring. That's a bigger contract. He bet on himself. I respect
it. Yeah. I mean, I feel that.
I don't know. At some point in your career, it comes down to I ain't got it yet. Like I just let me sit up and get as many bags as I can.
Trey said you better get that money, young man.
LaDonna said, I feel Dame is the only person that isn't chasing the ring in Beal. Dame need to be chasing the ring.
That's disrespectful to their organizations.
He need to be chasing the ring. Dame definitely need to be chasing it because Portland ain't it.
I don't know. They put some stuff together. They might not. They might be better than what we expect.
We'll see.
Yeah, we will see. I don't need them to be any better than what we expect, honestly. In matter of fact, we're gonna get to that in a second. I do have a little question for y'all a little later as we get closer to the end of the segment. But a couple of other things to talk about. What did y'all think of the? So of course the NBA was able to announce who their summer league MVP was. None other than Keegan Murray. The surprise of all surprises, as everyone wondered, like why did he even go fourth? who was he? He showed who he was during the summer league. Keegan Murray winning the summer league MVP, averaging 23 points, 23.7 rebounds, 2 assists. Games in which he played. They did put out a summer league team, first team and second team. Which I give you the names to these two teams, I want to know what y'all thoughts are. For the first team, Cam Thomas, second year player out of Brooklyn, went to LSU. Quentin Grimes, second year player out of New York. Tari Eason, uh, rookie in Houston. Keegan Murray in Sacramento, and Sandro, Malakalashevi out of Milwaukee. Whereas the first team, second team went to Santai Adama from Memphis Grizzlies, Benedict Mathurin from Indiana Pacers, Marko Samovic out of Chicago, Trendon Wofford in Portland, and Lydell Wigginton out of Milwaukee, or the second team. Gentlemen, outside of the fact that Paulo Banchero got shut down, why wasn't any of our other top players on any first teams? Do you think they didn't do enough? Were they just shut down?
I can't answer that. I have no idea. I don't know what they were. I don't know what the criteria was to make those teams. So I really wouldn't be able to answer that question at all because I have no idea.
Because initially we thought like Chet was balling, then he kind of like rescinded. Maybe it was a situation to where they're saying they
What
power like
happened
all of
to
them.
Chet? No, we gotta talk about it. What happened to Chet?
After after Kenny Lofton gave him bodied him up and banged him up, we started to see
The turnaround jumper stop going in, huh, Chet? Lost your rhythm, sir. I don't know. I might be scared if I'm OKC. We told him don't do it. And Ivy got injured.
Ivy got injured. Yes,
I hated to see him go down. He would have been on one of these teams. And no, our guy in Houston didn't show up, huh?
Jabari Smith.
He didn't make a team.
Nah,
Nope.
he didn't.
He did not.
I thought you felt some type of way, Jabari, because you thought you was going first. You thought it was locked in. You had a new fire under you. You can't show up in summer league, sir? No, I got questions, Trey. I got questions.
Let's hear him. Let's hear him.
But Keegan Murray absolutely got the San Francisco Kings looking like the geniuses of the draft. Because we always like, what are y'all doing?
Who is this guy?
Why didn't y'all take Ivy? This was an easy, no-brain decision. But maybe he's for real. I like him.
Good morning, Rhonda. How you doing?
Good morning, man. Good morning. Appreciate you for checking in with us. So like it's definitely a situation in which it was like, okay. But I guess it'll all be seen when you get into the real, when it gets to the real, when the rubber hits the road, when the season starts up. So
that don't count, Anthony. Dame finally got a ring from the summer league. Don't count. That don't. That you don't. You didn't even know. He
Dame didn't get that ring. Courtney got that ring.
Yeah, and like Trey said, he didn't even know he was poolside when my boy called him and was like, "Oh, they won."
He's like, "Oh, y'all won."
That's what's up. They won. That's what's up. Dame don't care about that. Who
so
cares about a summer league?
I'm gonna give y'all 3. I'm gonna give y'all 8 names. 8, not 8 names. 8 big threes. If you could, for me, I want y'all to put them in y'all's top 5 ranking, 1 through 5. So, of course, 3 people are going to be left out, and I would just be interested in knowing what your selections are. So, top big threes in the NBA coming up. Actually, I'm going to give y'all 9 names. I want to add an additional one. So, the 9 names are: 1, the Philadelphia 76ers. Of course, we know their big 3 is James Harden, Joel Embiid, and Tyrese Maxey. The Phoenix Suns, Devin Booker, Chris Paul, DeAndre Ayton. The Los Angeles Clippers, Kawhi Leonard, Paul George, John Wall. Minnesota, the Minnesota Timberwolves. Karl Anthony Towns, Anthony Edwards, and now Rudy Gobert. The Boston Celtics with Jason Tatum, Jalen Brown, and Marcus Smart. The Los Angeles Lakers with Russell Westbrook, LeBron James, Anthony Davis. The Brooklyn, the Brooklyn, the Brooklyn Nets, Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, Ben Simmons. Golden State Warriors with Stephen Curry, Klay Thompson, and Draymond Green. And of course, lastly, the Milwaukee Bucks, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Chris Middleton, and Drew Holiday. What
Ding,
are
ding, ding,
your
ding, 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 ding.
What are your 1 through 5? Who are you going with in reference to the top big threes, top 5 big threes in the league?
Goat Bishop.
Go ahead,
Trey, you
Ron.
always hit us with these long, well thought out, long questions to think about.
Like nobody's gonna remember that.
Easily,
Hence
easily
the
my
reason I
number
gave
one.
the team name, because we already know who the big three are on the teams.
Easily, the Bucks is number one.
Okay, you agree with that, Bishop? Bucks number one, or you got someone different? Or are you going with your Brooklyn Nets?
Bucks. I'll give them. I'll go with the Bucks with that.
I figured the number 2s is where it changed at. So okay, Brooklyn Bucks. Why are the Bucks number one though?
Because Giannis is the best player in the NBA. Like he's like a remix of Shaq that done went to a time machine, slimmed up, and just became a 3-point shooter. Not only can he shoot 3-pointers, he went 19 to 20 from the free throw line in the NBA Finals to beat the Suns just like 365 days ago. It's not even close. Like, yeah, we got KD and LeBron, but this is they and his endurance. Like, he went 7 games with the Brooklyn Nets and then went up to redo it in the finals and did it every single game for the Bucks. Like, it was Giannis and Drew and Middleton had a couple good plays.
Okay.
He's different. Number 2 for me is out of respect. That babyface assassin behind you, Bishop. He just let the league on fire.
So Golden State.
Yep.
Great.
Is that okay? Number 2. Okay, maybe the number 3 is changing because I'm very sure y'all finna split hairs at some point.
What's number 3? Did we say the Nets big 3?
Yeah, the Nets big 3 is in there.
Number 3 is to the second best player in the NBA, Kevin Durant.
Oh, interesting, Bishop. I thought Philly would have came in at this point, but go ahead, Ron. I'm listening.
I'm done with Philly. I've been done with Philly since we lost to the Hawks.
Wow. So number 3 is Brooklyn. Interesting.
Yeah, Kevin Durant. He's 7'2" and can shoot that jump shot from anywhere on the court. The Slim Reaper, Iceberg Slim. I don't disrespect KD.
Any disagreements with that number 3, Bishop? Or are you for it?
Really? You already know. Come on, man.
Okay, number 4.
He's on the road.
He's on the road. Okay.
He's on the road,
Number 4 is LeBron.
Okay.
KD got Kyrie and Ben Simmons. Kyrie and Ben Simmons. Like, that's a problem if they play together.
So that's not enough to be number 1, though? If they're all clicking, let's say everyone is clicking, everyone in which all of these big threes is clicking, that Kyrie, KD, and Ben Simmons is enough to be number 1 over Giannis?
Trey, Giannis just took the Boston Celtics 7 games by himself.
Okay.
We was watching Giannis versus the Celtics in the playoffs. It was wild. He almost beat him.
Okay. So number 4.
That's why I got to put him at 1. Number 4.
And we already see what the number 2 did by winning another championship. So that's what solidifies their second spot.
Okay. Right. Number 4.
And they've been doing this.
They've been doing it.
Right. I don't even have to break this one down. The greatest basketball player to ever touch God's green earth. LeBron James, Anthony Davis, and hopefully we can do something about this Russell Westbrook. But LeBron and AD. If AD's healthy, There ain't no Golden State championship.
Mm.
And number 5 is where we could have some fun. I
Mm.
honestly think I'm gonna go with Kawhi and PG.
Wow.
We could do the
Mm.
Celtics. We
Mm.
could do the reigning MVP,
So you picking the
Joker.
So out of the Celtics and the Clippers, you picking the Clippers over the Celtics, or you picking the Celtics over the Clippers?
Kawhi
Because you know the
Leonard
Clippers,
and Paul
Kawhi
George
Leonard.
healthy is better than the Celtics.
mind you, they just added John Wall, right?
Really? Yeah,
They
that's
just
yeah.
added
They
John
just
Wall.
yeah.
We don't
Yeah, so
forgot
that's
about Kawhi. We don't forgot about Kawhi. Kawhi was about to beat the Golden State Warriors with KD before
Mm.
Zaza. Like Kawhi's a bad man. But we may never see him healthy again. So
It's interesting when you leave out in that case in this case that leaves out Phoenix, that leaves out Philly, that leaves out Boston,
they
as
all
you
could be
stated,
considered for the 5.
for the 5. Anyone? Okay.
Yeah, we really could debate those, but I don't think those top 4 has those 4 teams. No matter what order you in, got to be in everybody's top 5, right? Some people would probably leave the Lakers out.
Yeah, actually, they wasn't even an honorable mention initially. I just threw them in there. Where I got it from. Yeah, yeah, they really wasn't. They was even an honorable mention. Honorable mentions was the Phoenix Sun team, um, the Boston Celtics, and Kawhi Leonard. And
Maybe
the
I got
Clippers were the
recency
honorable mention.
bias because I just watched LeBron in the Drew League put up 50 with no threes.
uh, 50 with no three. So yeah, those were the things. And then I think you kind of hit on there. Number 1 was Milwaukee. Number 2 was Golden State. Number 3 was Brooklyn. Number 4, however, was Philly, I believe, and and their number 5 was let me see, number
Boston.
5, Boston. Yeah, no, Boston was even number 5 was Phoenix. That's who number 5 was. Joel would be was 4. Yeah,
People love this man, man.
you think you're gonna make a difference?
I don't think he's the guy. I don't think he's a no. I'm not buying any Aiton stock. Y'all can have it all. We'll see.
So let's talk a second about Harden and his decision and what he talked
Oh
about.
man.
Why he said to go and go get whoever, bring him at, and let me get what's left. Obviously taking a page out of the book of Tom Brady, who is a goat, who we say is a goat a lot of times. So, what do you think about that? Is this a ploy, or is it how you really feeling? Because he wants to win a championship. Like he's leaving the bag to chase the champion, to chase a ring for the most part. You agree? Does he bring something to Philly finally?
I hate talking about the Sixers. So
Hmm.
first, I have to explain to you the first thing that comes to my mind that I want to ask James Harden. When you ask me to ask him anything,
Okay.
is why did you decide not to shoot in the second half of the playoffs against Miami? And I don't want to hear they didn't pass you the ball because you're a point guard, James.
It was in your
Um,
hands.
Nevertheless, James Harden taking boss move. I mean, taking less money is a boss move. Um, it- it's it's definitely something nobody saw coming. Nobody saw this
Definitely not.
coming.
Yeah.
So shout out him. I love his energy, but I always knew him and Daryl Morey was 1-1. But it's always the shenanigans with him, Trey.
Maybe he's trying to use this as a ploy. It's like, yo, I know I'm coming in with that BS, but maybe this buys me a little time.
Who are they? Who are Sixers getting?
That was my next question. Like, who are they getting at this point? Like, they
go
haven't
get
got him yet.
go get whoever y'all need to get. Like, first of all, you ain't signed no veterans minimum, and third of all, what are you talking about, man? But it's great. The Sixers are flexible now. They could, hey, go get KD, boy.
And then, not to mention, they have to keep money around. You think they're going to give Thibault a nice deal next year?
Yeah, the Sixers don't really need nobody. They just need James Harden to be James Harden of old. If he's the James Harden from 2018 and 19 MVP James Harden, the Sixers will be in that top 3 conversation because they'll be in the championship if we get that Harden. But he ain't coming back.
So I want to do this. That's going to probably be an ongoing thing until we are able to complete it. I had a thought, like, who, if we was to sit up and get the divisions in the NBA and pull a 6-man team from those divisions, from the players in the division, who would those teams be, and then who would be able to win in a tournament in a matchup? So hold on, let me pull my pen so I can make sure I record what our answers are. So starting out with the Pacific Division, in which I look to do a division, maybe 1 or 2 divisions over the next coming weeks, and then put them in the tournament and let the people vote. Starting out the Pacific region. 5 teams there: Golden State Warriors, Los Angeles Clippers, Los Angeles Lakers, Sacramento Kings, and the Phoenix Suns. What can be the best product? We were talking about 5 starters and 1 6-man could we put out to represent the Pacific team in this tournament, Ron. So we can go ahead and start to put this team together. What 5 players and the 6-man do we would be the best representation for for that division?
The Pacific Division.
Yes. The
Oh
Clippers.
man.
This is going to be pretty hard. So the Clippers,
No,
like
I
I said,
think
we
I
have the
know the
Clippers,
division.
the Lakers, the
Golden
Suns,
State and Portland.
Sacramento, and Portland. No, not Portland. Portland is in a different division. Sacramento, Phoenix, the 2
This is
LA
the
teams.
actual NBA division?
Yeah. The Pacific
Okay.
Division is the Los Angeles Lakers, Los Angeles Clippers, the Golden State Warriors, the Sacramento Kings, and the Phoenix Suns.
So all the Cali teams in the Sun.
Basically, that's what it is.
So I don't know what we're gonna do at point guard. I'm sorry. Well, no. CP3
Steph.
can be our point guard, and
Oh,
Steph
really?
can be our shooting guard.
Okay, let's go.
Yeah,
CP3.
Steph don't need to play point. Steph can just run around and shoot. CP3 would love that. That's a great combo. I mean,
Okay.
they're gonna get shredded on defense, but that's why we're
Does
gonna
it does
reinforce
the
the
King
defense.
does the Kings even get a player on this list? No, probably
No,
not.
no. Why are you
It's
even bringing them
unfortunate.
up?
Yeah, I'm so sorry.
We
Okay,
might can
so
get back to them when we talk about 6 man. We can hold that.
okay. So who's filling the other 3 slots? We still
So
got we don't have a representative from the Lakers or the Clippers at this point. The Sun
yeah,
or the Kings. So
we're
who's
gonna
filling
need
the
some. We're gonna need some big bodies at the 3 and 4. Give me Kawhi Leonard,
you want Leonard? Okay.
6'8" at my forward. LeBron James, 6'9". We have to get the GOAT on here. Like he's gonna make the world show. That's 4.
Okay. So that's 4. So who's filling the last 2 slots?
Let's have some fun, Trey. We could easily say AD, but we know he's gonna be injured. So, do we have any other 5s that deserve this spot more?
So we when you look at it, depending
Your
on what
boy
if we want.
Aiden.
I was about to say, is Aiden the slot filler for this? Does Draymond
Not
and
in
Clay get
not
left
in my
off?
book. Not in my
Does
book.
Aiden? Does we still got Paul George, like you know, what I'm saying the heavy hitters, in which you got Aiden, Devin Booker, Sabonis out of Sacramento, De'Aaron Fox. Like who fills these last 2 slots? Do we go positionless? Is like you know what? We just gonna roll with we're just gonna roll with it and be like, this is what we're gonna roll. So,
I think we should go with Aiden.
Aiden, okay, Aiden,
And then our 6 man, we can decide between AD, PG, Booker, Clay, and Sabonis.
Ooh. So you got shooting and Steph, but that's really where it ends. You ain't got no other shooters. There's no other shooters.
Yeah, Kawhi. CP3 got a shot.
A mid
So
range.
it sounds like Booker needs to be our 6 man, bringing a perimeter D and a 3. Now, if this was 2016, it would be Clay.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't want the Clay we just watched.
Okay. So let's see Booker. So Booker for the win. If we were to go
We doing
Northwest
all
division,
6 divisions?
no,
Northwest.
we do the three. We'll just do the this conference, and then Friday we'll do the other conference, and then
Oh,
I
okay,
will go
okay,
from
okay. So Northwest
uh
is Portland. I want to try to
hmm
guess
Okay, go ahead.
them. Portland, Utah, Denver,
Yes,
Oklahoma.
yes,
Ooh, what's the fifth one? Help me out. I can't think of it.
Denver.
I said Denver. Denver, Portland,
Oh, Minnesota,
Utah,
Minnesota.
OKC. Ah, the Timberwolves. Shout out
hmm
Ant. Their whole three might be on this team.
Ooh,
Nah, Gobert, you gotta sit because Joker is gonna be our center. Joker, Cat.
okay.
Who's our three? Dame's the point. Anthony Edwards the two. Spider Mitchell might have to be a two. Anthony Edwards the three. Am I forgetting anybody? OKC
So
gets nobody.
yeah, they probably not gonna get you
Um,
one on this one. So you got Dame, who's probably the most, who's probably be ideally. Gobert is in Minnesota now. Dame, I mean not Dame. Mitchell is in Utah.
yeah, Dame
Jokic,
Mitchell
okay, Ant, yeah, Ant. So you got Ant, you got Edwards,
and
Cat,
Cat and
yep,
then Joker.
mm-hmm.
Our
The
sixth
Lillard, so
man,
it's four more.
honorable mention Jamal Murray, but we ain't seen him in like since the pandemic started. Think about that part. Um,
What about SGA out of OKC?
yes, that's exactly what I was gonna say. Yep, shout out OKC. Y'all do somebody. I love that.
So what? And so what was the fifth? You got Jokic, Cat, Edwards, Lillard, SGA,
Donovan Mitchell.
Donovan Mitchell. Okay, Mitch, and then of course, lastly for the West or the Eastern for the NFC, the Western Conference. I'm sorry, the
AFC.
Western Conference, the Southwest Division.
Texas
Who we got?
teams.
Basically, that's what it is. Three Texas
Spurs.
teams.
Spurs got nobody. Rockets got nobody. Dallas, of course, Luka legend. And who's our other two teams? Who
The
we
Rockets,
forgetting?
Memphis, and New Orleans.
Oh, Memphis and New Orleans gonna load this squad up. Um, so who's our point guard? I guess it got to be Ja, right?
What's going on, CC? How you doing this morning, sir?
CC in the
How y'all
building.
doing?
We're
How
good.
y'all
We're good.
doing?
CC. We
What's
catching it
up with it?
live
That's
this
Ron.
Monday.
Yeah, that's
Yes,
Mr.
sir.
Professor.
We
So,
out breaking down some NBA divisions.
New Orleans. I feel CJ McCollum. Does he and Bi? Do they get on this list?
We
Out
got
of
to
New
figure out
Orleans.
who our center is first, because we
Mm.
could put Zion at center.
Oh,
Is there any other center? Spurs don't got a center. Rockets don't got a center.
unless you're going with
Dallas don't got a center.
Christian Wood.
Memphis and who else? Who's our 15?
It's Dallas, Houston, Memphis, New Orleans, San
New
Antonio.
Orleans. Yeah, Zion got to be the center. There ain't no other better big man in this entire division.
So Luca, Morant, Williamson. Who's the other six players? I'll give you the rundown in a second, Cornelius. Give me a second. Let's finish this out.
The other three players, Brandon Ingram is definitely getting a spot. CJ
Okay.
is an honorable mention, but we're not going to be able to do it. Who else do we got on Memphis? I love me some Bang.
Jared Jackson Jr., Bang.
Nah, Triple J is going to be our sixth man and give me Bang. So that's Ja, Bang, Luca, Brandon Ingram, Zion Williamson, and then Triple J, our backup big man when Zion needs a break. I love it. That's
So
squad.
okay. So this is what was going on, Cornelius. So I asked, basically, want to put together And maybe I might ask you the Eastern Conference. That's what I might do. So I
Yeah,
wanted to
let's
put
do
together.
it. Let's do
I
it.
wanted to get. I wanted to put together. So I'll give you a layout, and then I basically give you the opportunity to put together from the East. So from the Western Conference, it said we're going to choose from the teams that's in the conference. We're going to build one super team with 5 players and one 6 man. And so what Ron selected for the Pacific Conference was CP3, Steph Curry, Kawhi Leonard, LeBron James, DeAndre Ayton, and Devin Booker out of all the teams. From the Northwest Division, he selected Jokic, Karl Anthony Towns, Anthony Edwards, Dame Lillard, Shai Gillis Alexander, and Donovan Mitchell for the Northwest. And lastly, for the Southwest Division, his selections was Luka, John Morant, Zion Williamson, Brandon Ingram, Jared Jackson Jr., and I think what's Bain's first name? I forgot Bain's first. Desmond Bain. Desmond Bain was was the person to finish out. Uh, so I asked you in the Eastern Conference if you had an opportunity for the Atlanta division, which is made up of the Boston Celtics, the Brooklyn Nets, New York Knicks, Philadelphia 76ers, and Toronto Trailblazers. I mean, Toronto Raptors. Who would be 5 players and one 6 man that you would put together to play in a all division tournament?
I had to take Tatum.
Okay,
Uh,
Tatum.
'Cause I think he'll have a bounce back season.
Okay,
I think he'll be good. Embiid. Uh, can't really count the Nets because you don't know who's gonna be on that team. But as of now, you got to put if KD's still there. You got to put KD on that list.
okay. So
And
who would be the
And
Kyrie.
fourth?
and Kyrie, yeah, and Kyrie.
Okay,
Uh,
two more.
and
Two
Harden.
more. Harden.
Harden,
Okay,
yeah.
so far you rock with Embiid, KD, Tatum, Kyrie, KD, Harden, Tatum, Embiid. Who's the 6 man?
My 6 man, I gotta keep it Boston Celtics, man. I go with that Smart. I like Smart.
Smart.
I like
Over
Smart. Yeah,
Jalen
Smart coming off
Brown?
the bench.
Over
Well,
Jalen Brown?
uh,
There's
well,
argument.
now that you say
So
that, Jalen
when you look
Brown,
at it,
yeah, Jalen Brown.
when you look at it, you got Boston. We didn't have a representative from Toronto, so you look up Siakam. Uh,
As it
uh,
should be. You don't have to go
and then 76ers, there's no Tyrese Maxey, so we're saying that everyone.
honorable mention.
Knicks, where R.J. Barrett or Julius Randle, Ben Simmons,
He ain't
Hey,
Brown.
played in 2 years.
you said an all-star team, right? You said a super team. Yeah.
He said R.J. Barrett.
You said a super team, right?
Yes. So in the Central,
Yeah, switch Smart with Jalen Brown. Okay, go ahead. Central.
okay, in the Central, of course, teams you got Cleveland Cavaliers, Chicago Bulls, Detroit Pistons, Milwaukee, and Indiana. Who's the squad in the Central from the Central?
This is hard.
Ooh, man, those teams don't really have much, but I go Levine. Levine and DeRozan have to make
Mm-hmm.
that team. They have to.
Okay,
Right.
Yeah. I like what's his name for Cleveland. I like the Mobley. I think that's his name,
Oh,
Mobley.
yeah.
Evan Mobley.
Uh, he's a he's an upcoming star. Then you got who else
Do
is in
you,
that
do you
Central, man? That Central's
so
a
you
little
got
weak. I put,
Milwaukee?
Oh, Milwaukee?
Yeah, Milwaukee's in the
oh,
Central.
come on, man. In the Central, yeah, that's right. You already know who.
Giannis.
You
Giannis
gotta have
Antetokounmpo.
Antetokounmpo on that list, man.
So currently you have
Yep,
Giannis,
Giannis.
Levine,
I would go with.
DeRozan,
Giannis
and
and
Mobley.
Mobley as
Mhm.
a backcourt would be scary. That's big. You ain't
Yeah,
getting
and
to the ring.
Mobley.
So Two more
Uh,
players. So currently you have Giannis, Levine, DeRozan, and Mobley.
You need a
With
point.
2 slots left.
well,
Six man.
I think that rookie
You
gonna
got
come. I think
Ball, you got Garland, you got Halliburton, you got Ivy, you got Drew Holiday. Oh, you got Cunningham.
yeah,
You
I
got
think
Cade Cunningham.
yeah, Cade Cunningham. That's what I was thinking. Detroit. Uh, I take Cunningham. Uh,
I
I won't take I won't take Ivy though. At least not yet. My six man,
I
I'm
know
gonna
who
go a
that is.
wild card. I'm gonna take Drew Holiday. I'm gonna take Drew Holiday because
Ooh,
I like his
okay.
defense.
So
D
you
up,
did consider
take a
middle
D
ground.
up. Yeah, I
Okay.
did consider him, but I take I take Drew Holiday for defense.
Okay.
Oh,
And then lastly, the Southeast, which consists of Atlanta, Charlotte, Miami, Orlando, and Washington.
Now that's where I'll take the ball. I'll take ball right off the rip. Lamelo.
Okay.
Uh, um, go with Jimmy buckets. Um, I would take Bam as a center.
Bam. Oh,
Uh,
okay. Bam.
yeah, yeah, I would take Bam as a center. I think he's just right there. A little bit more that Pat Riley in his he'll be great. So that's three, right?
That's
Um,
three. That's three. You still have
uh,
the Youngs, the
yeah,
Bills,
yeah.
Pablo, uh,
I take
Hero.
I take Bradley. Yeah, I take Bradley, Bill, and I'm gonna go. Even though I know it's that I believe in that curse of the Blue Devils, I'm still gonna take back Carroll. I'm gonna have to put him on the list. Um, I think he'll shine if he doesn't have
So,
injury. And that's
so
my six man. Ooh, six man out of that over there. Who am I missing? I take your guy, Trey. I'll go ahead and take he was a six man, right? Tyler. I take Tyler Hero. Uh, coming off the bench on that roster. Yeah.
interestingly enough, no Trey Young, Javante Murray,
No
or
Trey Young
Dejounte
for me.
Murray. Oh,
No Trey Young and no Murray for me.
interesting, interesting.
Um, yeah, no Trey Young for me. Just takes too many crazy chances with the ball, man. Too many wild shots for me.
Okay. So with these 6 teams, I'm probably gonna have to make a poll and see where this goes. Of course, for the Pacific, like you said, we have CP3 and Steph with the backcourt, LeBron, Kawhi, and Aiden front court players, and Booker as a six man. Out of the Northwest Division, we have Karl Anthony Towns, Jokic, and I don't know. Is Mitchell Edward? What position is Edward running?
the
I would
three.
presume the three. Okay, Edwards is Edward, Cat, and Jokic is the backcourt. I mean the front court, backcourt. Dame and Mitchell and SGA as the six man. Southwest Division, of course. Um, Williamson at the center. At the oh wait, hold up. What is the for Southwest? What would be the makeup? You got Luca Morant, Williamson, Ingram, Bain, and J and Triple J. How is that set up actually, Ron? Or what
Ja
do you think?
at point.
Uh-huh.
Bane at the two. That's the
Mm-hmm.
backcourt already. Then we got
Okay.
three Luca, and the four was Ingram, and Zion
Okay.
gonna have to be the center.
Zion the five and JJ's the third man, fifth, sixth and bit. Okay.
Yep.
In the Atlanta conference, you got Jason Tatum, Joel Embiid, Kyrie Irving, KD, Harden, and Jalen Brown. How's that setup going? Embiid's the center, I presume.
Yep,
Is
center.
KD the
Uh,
four?
you can put KD at the four. Um,
Is
and then three.
is Harden or Kyrie running the point?
Man, for my money, I would put Kyrie at the two.
The two.
Uh, I would put him at the two. I would put Harden. Harden's a little bit better, a little bit better passer. So I put Harden at the point.
So who
But
gets
you
the
can
three?
switch the two.
Tatum or Jalen?
I would go Tatum, and Tatum
Tatum
would be
starts.
my 6.
Okay,
Yes.
okay. So Kyrie at the one, Harden at the one, Kyrie at the two, Tatum at the three, Embiid at the five, and KD at the four. The Central, where we got DeRozan, Giannis, Levine, Mobley, Cunningham, and Holiday. I presume that the backcourt, or who gets to start? Who's sitting? Who gets to start?
Um,
Is
for me,
Mobley or Giannis? Holiday.
Holiday is coming off the bench. No, he's coming off the
Okay,
bench
okay.
automatically.
So
So,
Cunningham's a point, Levine's the two, DeMar's the three,
yep.
uh, Mobley's the four, and Giannis is the center.
And Giannis, put Giannis in the middle.
Okay, okay. And then lastly, in the Southeast Division, um, Ball, Lamelo Ball, Jimmy Butler, uh, Bradley Beal, Panchero, Adebayo, and Hero off the bench.
Hero off the bench. Yeah. Because Buckets at 3. Jimmy Butler playing the 3, the wing. That'll be perfect right there with Bill starting in the backcourt and what's his name back there with him. Uh, but I would still have it's like Bam in the middle. I think that'll be a dope team right there. Uh, I think that team right there would give a team from the Pacific a run for their money right there.
Woo! Wow, that's woo. Okay, okay.
I think they would give them a run for their money. Yeah, because when you look at it, when y'all look at it, uh, you know, LeBron up there in age, man, he can still ball, but I think the ones that's coming to take it is Jimmy Butler. It'll be interesting to see Jimmy Butler trying to face off against Kawhi. Though. That'll be a good matchup. That'll be a good matchup. But LeBron getting up there in age, and Bam, like I think Bam's defense would be important in something like that. Like you don't need him to score buckets, you just need him to defend the rim.
Okay. I got it. So a quick fun facts, in which I didn't realize a couple of these fun facts. One is John Stockton, and so which I think about John Stockton. If he hadn't played the last 6 seasons of his career, he still would be the overall all-time assist leader. So with 15,806 assists, do you think that record will ever fall? Currently, in second place is Jason Kidd with 12,091 assists. So even if John Stockton hadn't played his last 6 seasons, he still would have been number one with 12,170 assists in the
Where's
first
Paul
13
at?
seasons.
I
Say
was gonna
again.
say where's your favorite point guard? I'm with Ron. Where's Chris Paul?
The point guard. He got to be
Okay,
third.
let me see. Chris Paul is let me see. Chris
Top
Paul
five.
is number 3.
Okay,
Right.
third on the list, right?
Yeah.
Has he
Chris Paul is
passed
the closest. What do you say now?
Has he passed 10K yet?
Yes, he's just over. Chris Paul has
Well,
10,977.
there goes your answer, sir. Chris Paul got like 4 more years in him. At
You think
least.
he's gonna get?
You think
You think he's gonna come up with 4,000
See?
assists?
what's up with it?
You think he's gonna come up with 4,000 assists in 4 years? That's like 1,000 assists a year.
Hell no.
Easily.
Yeah, he'll get close.
And
Uh,
then after that, the next closest active player is LeBron James and Russell
of
Westbrook.
course, I knew it was
Let
LeBron.
me remove myself again.
10 assists, 10 assists a game, which he's gonna do. It's probably gonna be
820. That's 820 games.
play 70
820
games.
assists.
820 assists. Yeah.
Yeah.
If he plays 60 games a season, that's 600 assists. So he need like 6 years more of averaging 10 assists.
Who do? Chris Paul?
I don't think he's gonna make that.
No, he ain't
I
gonna make
think
that.
I think injuries are going to take him out. Like he stays, he already is injury prone. I think Westbrook has a legitimate shot. Like, believe it or not, I think Westbrook has a shot.
So the question I asked
Uh,
Bishop is, will John Stockton's assist record ever be eclipsed? And I brought up the fact that even if he hadn't played the last 6 years, he still would have been good with the 13 seasons which he played because he had 12,170 assists. And the closest person, the second total in career assists, is Jason Kidd with 12,091 assists. So we was trying to see who is there any active player that can probably walk that down. And the closest is Chris Paul, but he only has 10,977 assists.
How much Westbrook got?
He only has, so he only needs 2,000 more.
No, he
4.
needs 4,000 more.
Oh,
right.
you said what's at 14,000? You said he had 14,000.
Sean Stockton has 15,000.
Oh, 15,000. 15.
Yeah.
Oh,
If he hadn't played his last 3 seasons, he would have had 12,000. Last 6 seasons, but he still would have been number one even with the last 6 seasons.
Ooh, I don't know.
And then Westbrook has 8,000. He hasn't even eclipsed the
10,000.
10,000 mark yet. LeBron
Westbrook
has 10,000.
probably LeBron won't do it, but Westbrook probably I'm like CC. Westbrook could come close. I don't know. Chris Paul, how many years y'all think he got left to play to be able? Because I would think y'all think Chris Paul got 4 more years left.
Ron said 4 years.
Ooh.
And he said it with a straight face too.
With 4 years, he could. With 4 years, I'm like CC. He could probably come close. With 4 years, if Chris Paul does play 4 years more, then he probably could come close. He probably could come close.
Ron said 4 years, averaging 10 assists a game. That puts him at 820, 1640.
How
30.
often? That's not missing a game though.
Yeah, he's not. Yeah, he can't even at averaging 10, even at averaging 10 a game for 4 years, he's not going to be able to do it.
Yeah, he cannot miss any games.
And that's with all 82 games. Yeah, I think it's untouchable. I think it's untouchable at this point.
Yeah, that's not. Yeah.
After that, the next closest. Yeah, after that, the next closest player is Rajon Rondo, and we know he ain't finna put up no. He only got 7,000, so I think that might be an untouchable record.
It might be. It might stick around for a minute. Yeah.
Unless
wow.
We might not ever see somebody.
Yeah, unless Westbrook can come out and do what he come back.
Westbrook 31?
No,
yeah,
Westbrook
32.
Is he 31? Yeah, is he 32? Okay.
No, he's 31. 30.
I think Westbrook is like 30.
Yeah.
If he plays till he's 40.
Yeah, he got about 8 years to play. Yeah, he could probably put. Yeah, that's why I say Westbrook. CC said Westbrook could probably come close. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, come close.
Yeah, I can agree to that. He probably the next closest.
At 10 years with 10 assists, averaging 10 assists a game for 10 years, he maybe.
Yeah. If he can come back to being the triple threat that he was, and averaging triple doubles, then yeah. Westbrook, I think he could probably do it. If he can get back to that Westbrook. That's the question though. Can he get back to that Westbrook?
But yeah, that might be the untouchable record.
Mm-hmm.
John Stockton. And additionally, which I didn't know this. I didn't either. I didn't know this. Jonathan Isaac, he plays for Orlando out of Florida State. Jonathan Isaac has only played 3 games in this decade.
Damn. Oh, my bad. I said that out loud. What?
Yeah, for this decade. 3 games.
In a decade.
In this decade, he's played in 5 years. He's played a total of 136 games. That's how much he's been injured. But for this decade, he played since 2020. He's only played 3 games, in which he played all in 2020. He played 2 minutes in January of last year. I mean 2020. 16 minutes in the 31st of July in 2020. In August, he played 14 minutes, and that's been all the games he has played for 2020, for the 2030 decade so far.
That's crazy.
Exactly. Holding a spot on someone's roster.
Yeah, that's what I was like. He's just on the roster.
Most part, yeah, that part.
It sucks because he's good too.
Yeah,
Injuries.
that's sad.
Yeah, injuries will do it to
Everybody,
you.
LeBron.
Oh, here we go with the nonsense.
What you say, Ron?
Not
Hey,
everybody.
everybody's a LeBron. And speaking of which, let me say this, man. For one, let me say this. I need everybody to get off Bron's. Y'all know what?
Bishop,
Everybody
name that
talking.
one year that we had to wait and watch LeBron sit out because he was hurt.
Everybody get off LeBron's. Y'all know what? Because of the fact they talking about the Drew League. He didn't sit out. He didn't sit down not 1 minute in that tournament or in that game. Dropped 40 points, 42 points or whatever, 46 points or whatever he
42.
dropped.
42 and 16.
Yeah, 42 and 16. He's playing against
No
high
threes.
schoolers.
No threes. He just went in there and punched him in the mouth. All paint work.
Was he not supposed to though? Like, I'm
No,
not impressed. He should have had 60.
Oh, now it comes
should-
out. He wasn't impressed.
I'm not. He should have had 60.
So you basically saying what
He should have had 60, 60 to 80. If it was
Malachi Flynn did in the crossover is what LeBron should have did in the summer league, Drew League is
That
what you're
part.
saying.
basically, if that was Kobe, or if that was Kobe would have probably dropped a 90.
I think Bishop is mad because Jordan got injured all throughout the 80s. He left 3 times in the 90s. He never did anything with Washington. It's a little salty.
Why does he need to do something with Washington when he won all those with Chicago? What does he need to do?
I'm confused. I mean, Ron, I don't know about that one. Like, Jordan did a whole lot, and we wouldn't even be talking about the NBA the way we talk about it if Jordan didn't play in the NBA, man. He changed that. He changed everything as far as filling the seats up and making it
Hey,
a global market.
what you talking about? Jordan wasn't for Dr. J there.
Oh my God! Here we
But
go.
Dr. J wasn't global, man. This dude made the game global. Look at the footage from that Olympic team, that Dream Team. They didn't even care about Buckley or Ewing or any of those. Everybody just wanted to see Michael Jordan, man.
Yeah, I can't debate that. He was the first global superstar.
That part.
We
can't. That part. But I'm just saying. I'm not finna.
For multiple times.
I'm not impressed by everybody's. When I say everybody, I'm talking all the sports critics, all ESPN. All these are so hyped about what LeBron did in this damn Drew League. He's supposed to do that. He's an NBA player. He's supposed to do that.
Well, it's the age too, Bishop. You got to give him credit for the age going out there. You got to give him credit. I mean, and that's stuff that he doesn't even have to do, right? At this point in his career, he doesn't even have to show up and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
CC.
So,
Right, as a Lakers fan,
CC.
LeBron.
Hold on, Ron. CC.
Where
was this LeBron when they was trying to get into the play-in though? That's what I'm gonna leave it at. Where was that LeBron when they was trying to get into the play-in?
Okay, touche.
Don't touche that.
Touche.
That LeBron when they was trying to get into the play-in. We missed that LeBron.
He was injured.
But I'm glad
he
you
recovered
said
from his injury.
I'm glad you said that, Trey, because all the time me in this Drew League, I feel fine. I'm perfect. I'm good. Oh, you good now? Oh, you good now, huh? You wasn't good when you was in the playing, but now you talking to people, telling everybody, oh, I'm fine. I'm good. I'm feeling the best I can feel I've ever felt. Man, sit your little 6'9" playing with high school kid basketball behind down somewhere. Sit down.
Hey, would it have made a difference, Bishop? Would it have made a difference if it was Rucker? If it was Rucker Park?
Yeah, it sure would have. It sure would have. Definitely. Absolutely. Because that's one thing you've never seen LeBron do is play at Rucker Park. You've never seen LeBron play at Rucker. He played all these. Ron, what you throwing your hands up for? He played all these places, but he down the Rucker, where them boys down there bang. When them boys down there bang, Kevin Durant goes to Rucker and play.
Right.
Kyrie Irving goes to Rucker and play. Why LeBron has never? That's a good question. See, why hasn't LeBron ever went down to Rucker and played ball?
So he's getting a Rucker part.
Trey, what's wrong? I ain't gonna hear you saying that. Why you want to travel to? Why you want to travel to Rucker?
It
Why
doesn't
won't
even
you
make
go to Rucker?
it doesn't even make a difference.
Right.
Like Kobe
Most
played in the Rucker.
historic, he
Kobe
did.
played in the
The most,
Rucker.
he
And
did.
he played
The
in
most
Drew League.
historic, that part too. But the most historic place to play basketball that's
Says
not an
who?
NBA. Hold on, that's not an NBA stadium. Who says? Everybody says that. Everybody knows about Rucker Park, bro. Everybody knows about the Ruck.
The Rucker died 30 years ago, right along with the Knicks.
Stop it, bro. Don't do that, Professor.
The
Don't
Drew
do
League has been the Rucker for the past 15 years. I'm sorry. He did play at the Rucker. Modern day's Rucker, the Drew League.
Oh, my.
What?
You see what I gotta deal with? Modern day Rucker. They done moved it indoors. Oh, my God. Listen to this, dog.
I mean, the Rucker got the TBT this year. They're going to play a TBT, some of the TBT tournament in the Rucker. So I'm not knocking the fact that the Rucker is supposedly a historic place, a mecca of basketball for outside. But like Ron just said, things evolve, things become different, and the Drew League is that now.
Don't do it, you boy. See what I gotta do. See what I gotta deal with. CC. This is the nonsense I gotta deal with. The Rucker Park has evolved. Modern day Rucker indoors now. Stop it. Kyrie, KD, all them cats played at Ruck. Like you said, Kobe, some of the greatest played at the Ruck, bro. Moving it indoors, you ain't really doing nothing. You ain't playing the Ruck if you move it indoors, bro. That's like buying Jordan. That's like buying a pair of Jordans off of Amazon. Them ain't real Jordans.
What?
Them ain't real Jordans. You buying an invitation, bro. Come on, don't play with it, bro. Don't play with it.
So
I kind of like that.
I'm just saying, man.
As we kind of like move into and which I might come back to a second now. Like this is only giving a rundown of something we did earlier. But as we move into the NFL, right? N'Keal Harry, as we know, was a high draft pick out in New England. And since then, New England has basically been like, you know what, we just got to give it up. He was a bust, and moved him on to Chicago. Gentlemen, similar situations. What would be your sentiment at this point? Are you like, man, do you feel the pressure of being a former number one draft pick and digging pan in where you was drafted at, and you go with the mindset of kill everything at your next spot? Or do you fall back for a second and it takes a little more for you to get going when you go to your next spot? What's your mindset?
My mindset is I'm killing. If I was projected to be the number one pick in the league coming out of college, my thing is I'm coming, and I haven't panned out thus far. Oh yeah, I'm killing everything out there wherever I go. I'm trying to prove my point that
if you can, I think his confidence is shook, man. I don't think one thing. He's slow, man. No speed, no breakaway speed. Can't get open.
Can't get off.
Yeah, I would think I would probably, like, if I used him, I would probably use him as an extra tight end, man, because no speed. That's why I hurt him in New England.
He done dropped him from wide receiver to tight end.
Damn.
I mean, but that's why I hurt him in New England. That's why I hurt him in New England is he couldn't get open. Like, it's taking too long to get open. By that time, your quarterback is sacked back there. You don't have all that time to try to get open. So I don't think. I think probably he might have a little success with Justin Fields, maybe a little success with Fields, but not much. I don't think anything is going to change.
Ron, how you feeling? You think N'Keal?
That was
or could it be that it was just a system? Maybe he wasn't built for Belichick's system.
That was a mic drop.
You said
It
that's
just
what
shows you.
there it is, right?
And
Make him a tight end.
Belichick been doing this for 3 decades, and you
Okay,
can't
okay.
name
Right.
a good wide receiver this man done drafted. So don't make it seem like it's gonna start with Harry. CC just moved this man to
That-
tight end. What am I supposed
Facts.
to say?
Facts.
You know what, Ron? You bring up a good point. Like no receiver has
Not
really
one.
thrived in his
They
system.
got it. Yeah, they got it. Well, no, they've strived.
I mean, they've thrived, but no one has he's like. Of course, they brought in Randy Moss, Edelman.
He hasn't drafted
Yeah.
anyone. Ron said he ain't drafted.
Yeah,
no
that's
That's Bill's Achilles heel.
yeah. He hasn't drafted it. Wait a minute. No. He didn't he
No,
draft? No, they did draft Gronk.
Tight ends is different than wide
tight end.
receivers.
Yeah, but okay. Well, oh yeah, but they
He's
did.
great at tight ends. He's great at everything else. You just can't draft wide receivers.
The best. I think the best offensive, and y'all might disagree. I think the best offensive players that Belichick has drafted or had into his organization was, of course, Tom Brady, Gronk, and Aaron Hernandez. Yeah.
Aaron Hernandez probably.
I give Aaron because
Gronk and Aaron Hernandez was like a problem. They were a problem.
They was a tandem back in the day when
they
Aaron
didn't draft Julian. I mean, Tom Brady always made. They never had any offensive weapon besides Randy. Tom just made the best of Wes Welker,
what he
Julian.
had.
Right.
Yep, what he had. Yep.
Deion Branch. Yeah.
Branch, he made them.
Deion Branch. What was the other one? Troy Brown early on.
Troy Brown. Yeah.
Yep.
So I hadn't thought about that till Ron said that. Like, they've been like as far as
not one.
And then and of course, like you said, Branch and Edelman and Welker were brought in. Randy Moss brought in.
Right.
Who else did they bring in? And then, but since then, there hasn't been any success with anyone they brought in.
Years.
You know, for a
Jacoby
while
Myers
they even had Ocho Cinco.
That too. They did have Ocho. They did have Ocho.
And AB.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Was Jacoby Myers? He was a free agent brought in because he's currently on their roster, but he wasn't drafted there, was it?
No.
Oh, okay. So the beat continues.
He was brought in.
Okay, so I have a list here: 21st century saddest downfalls, and so it's not to sit up and bring. Oh, that's another person that was drafted there, I think. Oh no, well it'll come out. Saddest downfalls from top 14 saddest downfalls, and let me know if y'all agree with this list. At number 14, Trent Richardson, former running back for Indianapolis Colts. Number 13, someone we discussed earlier, Ray Rice. Number 12, Darius Geis. If y'all remember him, he was supposed to be a savior, a running back drafted to Washington until he had some problems with I think a sexual dispute. Number 11, Deshaun Watson. Number 10, Justin Blackmon. Number 9, we just talked about Aaron Hernandez. Number 8, Ryan Sager. Unfortunately for him, he had the spine injury. Number 7, Robert Griffin III. Number 6, Josh Gordon. Number 5, he probably should be number 1. Henry Ruggs III. Number 4, Dorio Green Beckham. Number 3, Alex Smith. Number 2, Andrew Luck. And number 1 on this list, they have Todd Gurley. Do y'all agree with this list? Should someone else be on it, or would some people be moved around? When you look at saddest downfalls,
why is Gurley on that list?
You don't think Gurley had a downfall? He went from it.
Understand the Gurley on that.
I think he hit a wall. I don't know if y'all guys agree. He hit a wall. Like he was the hotness in the Rams, and then all of a sudden it's like it stopped. Until they got rid of him.
I think he played his running back. I think he played his running back career, running people over 4 or 5 years long, and that's all you really get is about a 6-7 year total for a running back. I don't think Gurley should be on that list.
Okay.
I think he just lived the life of a running back.
And just he just plateaued a different way than anyone else. Because running backs they have
Yeah,
on the list. It's a good point. You running backs they have on the list. Like I said, Trent Richardson, Ray Rice, Darius Geis, and that was it. And then lastly was Todd Gurley was the running backs which they had on the list. But the other
we
running
know what
backs
happened
is
to
Ray
we know what happened
Rice.
to Ray Rice. You
Yeah.
know, but Gurley, I don't think Gurley should be on that list because I think the Rams got their money worth out of him, and then when they couldn't get any more out of him, they shipped him up to like Atlanta or somewhere, right? Did he play for the
Yeah.
Falcons for a while?
He went to Atlanta. No, he only played for like 1 or 2 years, and he was injury marred there as well.
Right.
Dorian Green Beckham, Philadelphia. Y'all had drafted him, or that's where he played at last, Bishop. What happened to him in Philly? He just didn't pan out. Same like y'all receivers be trash too. Oh, see, there you go. Yeah, y'all receivers be trash. Y'all receivers be trash too. Y'all on some New England stuff too when it comes down to it. Since I mean, y'all good right now. What receivers did y'all used to have?
Man, Deshaun Jackson was
Deshaun
That was the only one. That was the only one in which y'all drafted. Was Deshaun. Did y'all draft Deshaun? Y'all ain't even draft Deshaun, did y'all?
Yes, we
y'all
did.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, they drafted Deshaun.
Yeah, we drafted Deshaun, and we
That's
drafted.
The only, who else y'all drafted? Receiver y'all drafted?
Golly, what's old boy name?
But y'all got what's his name? Smith right now is pretty good, right?
Yeah, they got Smith. That's what I'm saying. Right now, that's what they used to be.
What was his? When Donovan was there,
Rieger. That's y'all drafted Rieger.
No, not Rieger. I'm talking about when Donovan McNabb was there.
McNabb was there.
Man, don't say Fate Mitchell because
no.
I know y'all brought in T.O.
They brought in T.O.
Of course, we brought a T.O. Oh, I can't think of his name, man. Ron, help me. Who's the Philly wide receiver we had back in Donovan's days? Opposite not Aguilar. Who?
I don't know why I'm thinking a Branch, something Branch.
Not Aguilar. Not I can't think of this dude's name.
I'm gonna say Aguilar.
Did y'all draft? Y'all had a Barnett, right?
A who?
A Barnett.
I don't know about a Barnett. That sounds like
I think Barnett was during y'all Captain Cunningham's era.
Hold on, I'm gonna tell you right now because I know we it's
so
one
what I
person
was basically we was going over downfalls, Ron, and Dorian Green Beckham came up, and I was like, you know what? Philly always drafted trash receivers too. They like New England, and then he came up and said like then he brought up Deshaun. They brought up Deshaun Jackson. I was like, okay, but besides that, like besides right now with Smith, y'all done
Jeremy Maclin. That's who I'm thinking about. Jeremy Maclin.
Oh, yeah.
Maclin.
Jeremy
converted wide receiver.
Jeremy.
He was a quarterback at Southern Miss before, or Ole Miss, or Missouri before. Okay, I'll give you that. Maclin was nice.
Yeah, Jeremy Maclin.
But besides that, you know what I'm saying, it was y'all have been very dismal. Like I hope it works out with Smith for y'all. Not really, but
ain't no hope. It is. Ain't no hope. That's gonna hope. That's gonna happen, man.
But yeah, like you said, Joshua Gordon, of course, yeah, he had a downfall. Henry Ruggs, definitely a downfall. Darius Geis, a downfall. Yeah. Trent Richardson, I don't know what was wrong with Trent Richardson. For a second, I was looking at Alabama running backs like, yeah, y'all just trash. Y'all peak in college and y'all fall off. But I think Derrick Henry turned it around for that.
But didn't Richardson play like for the Browns or something?
He would play for the Browns. He played for the Colts. He played for the Raiders.
But he played for the Browns first, right?
Mm-hmm.
Did he? I thought I think the Colts drafted him first, and then he went to the Browns.
Because I'm like, anytime you touch that Brown organization, it's not a good situation, man. Especially maybe they're going to turn that around, but that organization hasn't been one of the best organizations to play for, man. Like
it's cursed.
Careers go to die. Remember when Belichick wanted to teach that guy a lesson. What was the defensive guy? And he sent him to the Browns. Guy wanted to trade. He was talking that noise. He wanted to trade out of New England. And he sent him, what was his name? Seymour or something like that. And he sent him to
Jason Seymour.
and he
Richard
sent him
Seymour.
to the Browns. And he sent him to the Browns. I mean, you have to think about that. Like,
Do you think
Detroit
was
and Cleveland?
was Robert Griffin's downfall? Was that his fault?
He got hurt. Well, actually, he got caught up in the middle of some stuff from the beginning. You got to remember, Shanahan never wanted him to begin with. The owner wanted him, but ownership and the upper management wanted him. But Shanahan proved that by drafting 2 quarterbacks that year. He drafted Kirk Cousins in the same draft. He wanted Kirk Cousins to begin with. So I don't think Robert Griffin III really got a fair shake in Washington.
Ron, as you
He
said,
just couldn't bounce back from the injuries, man.
Injury played. Everybody know injuries played Robert Griffin, man.
But additionally, do you think it was part of like we know that Robert Griffin was a quarterback of course, Heisman Trophy winning quarterback, wanted with his abilities to move around the pocket, get up the field, and burn defenses actually. But do you think some of that was his fault due to the fact that he wasn't getting out of bounds and he was taking these hits?
Yeah, because you that close. The hit that really.
Washington Nationals to practice sliding. He wouldn't go down. For some reason, RG3 did not know how to slide. It drove me crazy. Drove them crazy.
And wasn't RG3 a baseball player too?
I think so, but that was the biggest thing is not getting out of bounds. Being right there next to you could step right out of bounds and they can't touch you and just taking all those hits for no reason.
He had the Superman complex.
He thought it was Michael Vick Jr.
And then what do you think the Colts would have been now if Andrew Luck would still had continued to play?
They would have had 1.5 Super Bowls.
They would have got a Super Bowl? I don't think they would have got a Super Bowl. I think they would have been contenders though.
2 trips, 1 Super
Bowl. 2 trips, 1 Super Bowl.
I mean, the thing about the Colts when Peyton Manning left were like 0-16, 1-15. Andrew Luck comes in. Their first year they go to the playoffs. This next year they go to the next round. This next year they're in the AFC Championship. He was a problem. It's crazy that he went out how he went. You couldn't tell me he got to the AFC Championship his last time playing. See how you don't think he get into a Super Bowl?
Yeah, I'm just saying. I don't think AFC Championship the game is okay, but remember, Mark Sanchez did that too. Like he went to a couple right off the rip, right? His first 3 seasons or something with the Jets, and they never made it to the Super Bowl.
See, that's that BS, Bishop. Why did you get to read it? No one said anything about that, but you come up. I could see it was in his mind. I just looked. I was like, you know what? I was looking between you and Ron because I knew someone was about to sit up and say it. Ron was shaking his head, and then Bishop here coming. He cut his eyes to the left, and then I seen his lips start to part, and I knew what was coming out. This is ridiculous.
That's all he gonna be remembered as.
CC is bringing up the fact that the man took them to the AFC Championship game, and all you can do is say "but fumble Sanchez." That's like
they might have won in the AFC Championship game if he hadn't fumbled that. Think about it. Y'all seen?
No, we haven't. We don't want to see it.
Y'all seen Finding Nemo? When they say don't touch that butt, when they say don't touch the butt, don't touch that butt. Stay to the toe, Sanchez. Don't fumble the ball on that butt.
But that list of downfall trait, like certain people, I guess it's more of a modern list, right? Because they missing certain people, in my opinion. They you said the 21st century. There's no Matt Leinart on that list. No, you know what I'm saying? Matt Leinart should be at the top of that list, in my opinion.
Who he went to? Him and Sanchez, aren't they alum? Him and Sanchez, aren't they alum?
What did school did Matt go to?
The same as Butt Fumble Sanchez.
Matt Leinart should be at the top of that list.
Damn Darnold. That
Same-
could be
Mister, I'm going to stay for a 5th year.
that butt fumble Sanchez, the same school butt fumble Sanchez. Them
But
two,
yeah, no
Matt,
Matt Leinart on that list.
Matt Leinart was trash, man. Matt Leinart wasn't that the Matt Leinart, wasn't he the one that suffered the huge loss to Vince Young, who didn't pan out to be nothing in the NFL?
Right.
Yeah.
Right there.
Oh my gosh. That's the same Matt Leinart.
So I was about to say in defense, keep in mind, Vince Young had a winning record as a starting quarterback in the NFL for over 30 games. Like he had a winning record. I ain't gonna say he didn't pan out.
2 seasons?
No, he played more than 2 seasons.
He was another one of those.
30 games. That's like 2
Vince
seasons.
Vince Young didn't pan out. He was another one of those that was a victim of the upper management, the owner wanting you, and the coach not wanting you. Like Jeff Fisher didn't want Vince Young, man. So it makes it hard to play for a coach that won't design an offense or try to help you out there. I can see how Vince lost his mind and stuff like that. Like being young and trying to adjust to the NFL already, the speed and all that stuff, and then your coach not giving you any help, man. That's kind of difficult. You see the same thing happen with Nagy and Justin Fields, man.
Vince Young was the Cam Newton before the Cam Newton.
Right.
And both of them had pretty much the same type of career. Cam Newton did a little bit better than Vince, but for the most part, they basically panned out the same.
And so Cam Newton made it to the Super Bowl.
I gotta take my time with that statement.
I know.
I said I gotta take my time with that statement, Bishop. I don't know.
You don't really no, Professor. No, but I'm saying when you see
Newton have like 4 touchdowns in his first game and like 400 yards.
Don't get me wrong. Like I get you. What I'm saying is, if you really sit back and just think about both of their careers, aren't they about the same, basically?
I feel like you're saying they big, they black, and they quarterback.
I said Vince Young was the Cam Newton before Cam. I'm just saying, Vince Young was the Cam Newton before Cam.
I'm trying to see it.
2 big black quarterbacks.
I can see some similarities. I think Vince was a little. I think Vince was a little more athletic than Cam.
Vince was finesse. Cam Newton's like a boulder.
Okay. I can see that.
I like it.
While we're on the discussion of quarterbacks, I have this question for y'all. Start, bench, and trade. 3 quarterbacks. Start, bench, and trade. Your quarterbacks are, and I think I already know what Ron's answer is going to be. Your quarterbacks are, and probably even Bishop's answer, honestly. Your quarterbacks are Lamar Jackson, Justin Herbert, and Joe Burrow. Start, bench, trade.
I'm gonna go with the guy that got an MVP.
That's your starter.
Okay.
Okay. Who you benching? Because that means who you benching is going to be the other one you're trading. Who you benching?
The guy that got to the Super Bowl.
Oh.
So Herbert is trading.
Woo. Bishop, you agree? Yeah, you going with that, or you flipping it?
I'm definitely starting Lamar.
Okay.
Yeah, you know what? I got to run with Ron with that. Yeah.
Oh hell no.
Because the fact that Burrow is young and he has more. I mean, so
Herbert.
Herbert. I'm not taking that, but he did get to the Super Bowl. Herbert has gotten to the Super Bowl only in his second season. I mean, not Herbert. I mean, Burrow got in the Super Bowl his second season. So yeah, I'm running with Ron with that.
I'm the biggest Justin Herbert fan that you'll find. Like that's my guy.
For real. He's
nice. He's Richard. You got Keelan Allen. You got.
I actually think he's better than Derek Carr.
Yeah,
why we get crickets?
I agree with.
It's close.
I agree with the other two. I agree with Ron and Bishop on that. I would start Lamar and Joe Burrow, bench. Yeah, trade Herbert.
Nah, I flipped that. We have a clean sweep with Jackson, but I'm flipping with the other two. Appreciate
why though? Like, why
he don't like
Herbert hasn't done anything. Herbert hasn't done anything.
It's not that I don't have. But so when I look at it, for one, Justin Herbert is in elite company with other players, in which saying as a quarterback, like he's passed for over in 2 years he's passed for over 9,000 yards. Like he is only a few quarterbacks in the history of the NFL that have done that,
And
and he's one
Allen
of
and
them.
Williams. I would
But
too,
look,
but he can't get
yeah,
it
look
done.
at the yeah, but
But
look at the talent
but
he has.
what I'm saying is he's doing it with the talent that he has, which is
Right, but
saying
you
even
ain't. But
more.
this is the thing. You didn't say that with that squad. Like if
Well, no,
that's
no,
the
no.
case,
I get that. I'm just
because
saying. What I'm saying is from the
because if that's the case, Lamar Jackson ain't got nobody right now.
yeah, but he's
Nobody.
an MVP.
Right.
He was an
But
MVP.
he
That's
had but when he was MVP, he had somebody. He has no one now,
yeah,
and we
but
still
so
starting.
well, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's my the reason on my decision that Herbert is a elite quarterback. He just doesn't have anybody. So yes, what I'm saying, like I'm keeping 100. He had an opportunity to get into the playoffs last year or this past season, and they didn't. But was it because of Herbert? It wasn't because of Herbert. It was because of because his coach and his play calling in certain aspects. So that wasn't all on him. I just look at it. I think Herbert is better than Joe Burrow and in state.
Wow.
That's,
I think
I
so.
know, right?
I mean,
Ooh.
I think Trey. Everybody gets so impressed with the numbers.
That part.
But I mean the numbers. But you couldn't. It's like, but when you really think about it, you couldn't beat the
If you put
Raiders.
if you
You couldn't
put
beat the
Herbert
Raiders
if you put
depleted
Herbert
defense.
if you
The
put
Raiders
Herbert
defense was depleted, and you couldn't beat them.
if you put Herbert in Cincinnati, do they win the Super Bowl?
No,
No,
no. Against the Rams? No, still no, no, and no again.
nope.
No.
I think
they
if you
do.
put Herbert in Cincinnati, they don't even make it. They don't even make it to the playoffs. I mean, they don't even make it to the Super Bowl.
Ooh,
Interesting.
You heard it there from CC
You have not.
himself.
You have not seen this. You have not seen this guy in under pressure yet like that. I mean, he hasn't done anything. His teams haven't made it that. So no, like I don't. I think you don't know if he's going to fold to the pressure or not. He has to get there first. He has some proving to do first.
I like
I
that,
think
CC. I
I,
like that.
I'm saying it here right now. The Los Angeles Chargers are going to be the number one team in the AFC West.
They should
so?
be.
Mhm.
Who's in the AFC West that's going to challenge him?
The
I
Las
got the
Vegas
and the
Raiders
Chiefs over there.
or the Denver Broncos.
No.
Russell Wilson,
Yeah, you
The
got
only-
Russell Wilson supposed to do something.
Kansas
Right.
City still there.
I mean, man,
Oh,
Patrick
it-
Mahomes is there, and
well, they're gonna be. Then they're gonna be on the top of AFC West. It won't be the Chargers.
I think Kansas City's still gonna win that division.
Yeah.
Kansas City lost their best defensive player and their best offensive player. They should be better than the Chargers. The Broncos got a whole new system to put together. With
Right.
a bunch of young players. They're young, but they're good, but they're young.
And then I definitely put the Raiders over the Chargers though.
You shouldn't put the Raiders. The Raiders aren't better than Charger if we look at all their players.
Not top to bottom. They got a better
Have
receiver.
a top 5 cornerback and a top 5 linebacker, Mac. Then
And
Herbert,
both Mac. I got you. I hear you.
Max Crosby, like they have two top All Pro defensive players in their defense, as well as the Chargers.
Isn't that the same? Is it that the same defense they had last year?
They added. Correction.
What?
Who did the late? So Chargers don't have the
added
same
somebody.
defense. The Chargers added Mack,
One person. They added one person. Right. I'm saying that.
and they added a corner
They added
too.
Khalil Mack.
So
right?
they added. Yeah, they added
Khalil
Khalil Mack and they added a corner. I don't remember who it was. So the Chargers has a top defense. They have two top All Pro players in their defense. The Raiders has Crosby, and they added. Who did they add? Did they add Chandler Jones? I think the Raiders added Chandler Jones. So I mean, it remains to be seen. But I just think that's my. I guess you could say a hot take. My thing. I think the Los Angeles Chargers is going to win that division. At the end of the day.
roster-wise, we should, and they're not going to come in the top 3, and that's going to be the embarrassing part.
They got Eckler in offense. They got Keenan Allen and Mark Williams, which Williams is highly underrated. He gets. I actually look at. I like Williams better than Allen, honestly. But I
I'm
mean,
the opposite side of you, Trey. I think they fired the coach after this year.
oh yeah, if they don't
Ooh.
get it done, probably so. And which is fun because they just got rid of Flynn. You know what I'm saying? Lynn. I mean, they got rid of Lynn, who's now in San Francisco. So
Sean Payton, do you want to go to
You
Dallas or do you want
heard?
to
I told
LA?
y'all Sean Payton coming back. I told y'all Sean Payton was coming back.
ooh, Peyton is with the
He just stated
Chargers. That might be
yesterday.
nasty.
He just stated yesterday that he's thinking about coming back coaching. He just don't know what team yet. I told you. I
Interesting.
knew
We
Sean
know what
Payton
team.
was-
We know what team. But in
Yeah.
any case, we digress. We
Yep, Jerry.
our time for today.
Jerry. He already been talking to Jerry. You know, him and Jerry
He already
bosom
set
buddies.
the pavement.
Probably so. They have, you know, they on the course right now. They on somebody's green, putting it up right now.
Like, I got some residential areas. I just need somebody to run.
That's our time for today. High Speeds. We greatly appreciate y'all rocking with us this morning, being here, talking, having a conversation. We greatly appreciate CC and the professor coming through this morning. We look forward to having him back on. Of course, the professor has conversation. He has probably some more fantasy football talks come Friday. So we of course here for that. As I continue to listen, I'm paying attention and hearing what's going on. Being able to hear what's going on. So I can make my informed decisions. Not saying that I'm blowing off what he's saying because he's giving some nuggets, but I also got to take that with a grain of salt because he's going to be a competitor in which I have to face, and he can be feeding us some bad information. And then it's like, wait, he said, and then
You see, you getting into fantasy football?
You said CC?
And the fantasy football, yeah, I'm gonna join the league.
Okay, bet. I just want
There
to
go.
So, appreciate y'all coming on. CC, I know you have a little announcement. Maybe you could enlighten the people and let them know what you got coming up.
Got a new show coming out, a new podcast, the Die Hard Fan, starting August 3rd, 7 p.m. Central. Kind of exciting moment with Sports for America Network.
Let's go.
Thanks for the lookout too, Trey. That was pretty good.
No problem, fam. No problem at all.
That's what's up.
Ron, what's going on with Speakeasy? Are y'all pulling up tonight?
I can't believe
Sports and shenanigans?
2 hours already. And we went through the whole show. We did not talk about fantasy at all. Mind blowing. But yes, Sports and Shenanigans tonight. And we are actually doing our fantasy takeover tonight. We're starting our league up. So if you don't follow, go follow the Speakeasy. Tap in with me tonight. And real quick, fellas, just because we didn't do no fantasy, I got my top 5 late round fantasy sleepers. Real quick.
Ooh, let's hear it.
No order. Number 5, Lazard, Aaron Rodgers, wide receiver.
Aaron Lazard, I know him.
9th, 10th, 11th round, you got to get Aaron Rodgers receiver when that's going to be catching the touchdown.
Mike Lazard.
Same thing for Knox in Buffalo with Josh Allen. You want to get tight end? Josh Allen going to throw a lot of
just talked about him yesterday. He in the top 10 tight ends in the NFL.
Right. My next top sleeper is going to be Christian Kirk, getting all the targets in Jacksonville. Get him in the late round. Same thing with Juju. He's about 8, 9, 10. Get Patrick Mahomes number 1 wide receiver. And then my number 5 late round sleepers. You get him about the 9th, 10th round. Pollard in Dallas.
Now, boy, he been doing his homework. He's been doing his homework. I see what you're doing, Ron.
I see you.
Right there.
I know what you've been doing. You've been doing your homework. I see you.
Y'all drink that Kool-Aid if y'all want to. Y'all drink that Kool-Aid if y'all want to. And I'm gonna be able to. I'm gonna be like Aaron, discount double checking at the end of the season. Like y'all drink that Kool-Aid if y'all want to.
What Ron doing?
Football is coming
pretty good.
I see him.
So I agree with everyone on that list. Maybe except, you know what? Disregard. Good list. Actually, that's a good list. Oh, nobody.
Yeah, that's good.
Disregard.
He don't want to. He ain't trying to show
late round picks.
He's trying to show his hand, Ron. That's all. He ain't trying to show his hand. That's all. Trey slick. He ain't trying to show his hand.
No, but I like that.
Yeah, he ain't trying to show his hand.
Man, game of
I
love.
get it. I get it.
So of course, like I said, it is every day, Monday through Friday, 09 to 1100 hours, or 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. for those who don't know how to tell 24-hour or that military time. Be sure to check in with us tomorrow, Thursday, weekend eve, as Bishop like to call it. We'll be back here conversating, talking about it. Maybe some more stuff comes out in reference to the Madden, as I think it was a couple of more.
Oh yeah, we got tight ends.
rankings
I
of
mean,
which,
tight
yeah,
ends. We got
that
quarterbacks and edge rushers.
yeah. So they should be able to put us up on the game for that, and we'll see how it goes. And maybe a conversation, maybe a little more. We finna drop off here. Matter of fact, I got to talk to Bishop a little more about a reference to the league as we discussed something. So we might go a little off the reservation for the league this year to give everyone an opportunity. But it's going to be fun in any case, fun and competitive. That's what it's all about. We greatly appreciate y'all rocking with us today, and look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Morning, holla at you.
Y'all have